Howdy. This is a 1973 Canadian nickel. Like most currencies of the British Commonwealth, it bears the image of the British monarch, in this case, Queen Elizabeth II. Whoever holds the British crown holds several titles: Sovereign of the Lord of the Garter, Lord of the Isle of Man, King of Australia. Since 1507, one of those titles has been Defender and Protector of the Christian Faith. This title was bestowed on James IV of Scotland by Pope Julius II, and separately on Henry VIII of England by Pope Leo X in 1521. Larger coins will have the letters FD for Fidei Defensor, Latin for Defender of the Faith. This title has continued as the kingdoms merged and has been part of the King's Oath ever since, until now. The latest annual report, King Charles replaced the title with Protector of the Space for Faith within the multi-faith nation. Now, Parliament is debating whether Charles can make this change. After all, it was part of his oath when he was crowned 3 years ago, and if anything can be done about it. God created the separation of church and state. Samuel and the temple priests were from the tribe of Levi. Israel's first king, Saul, was from the tribe of Benjamin. And it was when Saul took it upon himself to perform the sacrifice reserved for the Levites, that's when God replaced him with David, who was with the tribe of Judah. But even though the king was not a priest, he had no religious authority. He was still Jewish. He was still bound by God's law. We are bound to our neighbors by civil laws and customs, but we are also bound by faith. The faith we have lays the foundation, sets the assumptions and expectations, creates the context on which we form government, especially in a participatory democracy such as our republic and such as the British parliamentary system. God established a sound basis for an orderly government at Sinai. This basis was implemented successfully under King David. Jesus affirmed the basics God had already established at Sinai. Nothing Jesus teaches alters Torah, although he clarifies some applications of it. The parable of the Good Samaritan, for example, clarifies the use of the word neighbor. As we watch the societal decay creeping across Europe and other European countries, we see the chaos caused when incompatible faiths vie for the same space. Defender and Protector of the Christian Faith is a title that we must each assume on our own. Peter dictates, always be prepared to give an answer to everyone who asks you for the reason, for the hope that you have. Bringing our neighbor into the truth of Christ is how we build a stronger, more peaceful community, state, and nation, and how we forward the kingdom of God here and now. Thanks for listening. Adios.